I am joined by Shamil Sarkaga and Donna Astley Reed with Lloydminster Sexual Assault Services today. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. Yes.
And we are talking about a new campaign for the month of May in Lloydminster. Please tell me what it is.
So May is Sexual Violence Awareness Month, and it was done by the government of Alberta to recognize that, and it's just bringing awareness of sexual violence within our community and all across the province as well, and hopefully around across the country.
So can you tell me specifically about this campaign? What is it and what will people be seeing?
So we actually started with a coaster idea last year, and then we kind of built upon that. And we're saying, oh yeah, this would be a great messaging thing because alcohol is actually contributes 75% of sexual assaults. So our goal is to disperse this out to the community. And we thought coasters would be great because people see it and people use it. And so those coasters, we designed it to have some questions in there or messages that would spark some conversation at least. And then on the other side, there would be resources and some education and awareness in it as well. So what we have done is we have dispersed coasters. We approach restaurants or establishments that would like to carry our coasters with their consent, of course, and see where that goes. And if they said yes, and if they agreed to put our coasters in, then that's where you'll be able to see those coasters. And they're actually really clever designs too, which was a lot of work from the staff of Alsace.
What are the statistics for sexual violence against women in Alberta?
So in Alberta, there's actually a study that was done by the Alberta Association of Sexual Assault Services back in 2020. And what they found is that statistics have gone a little bit higher since the last time they did this. And they found that 2 in 3 women and 1 in 3 men have experienced sexual violence at some point in their life, and also that 1 in 2 girls and 1 in 4 boys have experienced sexual abuse too. So I believe it's 1.8 million Albertans that have been affected by sexual violence. And when we say sexual violence, that is an umbrella term when it comes to sexual harassment, sexual assault, and sexual abuse. The reason why not a lot of we don't have a lot of reported, it's a little bit lower of the statistics reported, it's because again there's still stigma, and then there's also these beliefs that we've been ingrained that men are not supposed to be men are strong and boys shouldn't be crying, and there's still that believability piece that no one's going to believe you because you're a man, you're supposed to be strong. So there's still those things that that hinder or just prevent some people to come and share their stories, and for us to be able to bring this in saying that you are not alone and know this, we believe you. I think it gives them a message of saying, it's okay, you can do this, we don't have to talk about this, but if you do need support, because we have the statistics to say that men or boys can be sexually abused or assaulted, then yes, it sends that message of hope at least, and healing for them as well.
What type of work needs to be done surrounding the trauma that people do experience? What sorts of help do they need?
Definitely, first off, for our center standpoint, the trauma-informed approach, we have all survivors of sexual violence, right from young age all the way till however old you can think of to be. So, we do have, and on our coasters, there are resources that our phone number, Lloydminster Sexual Assault Services, of course, the RCMP, reaching out to the RCMP if you would like to go through the reporting process. You can definitely reach out to the RCMP. Alberta has a 1 line for sexual violence that folks can call, and that can be anonymous as well if they would like it to be, just to get some supports. And then Central Alberta has Central Alberta Sexual Assault Support Centers. So all those numbers are on the coasters that are out in the different organizations right now.
With this type of assault and sexual violence, I guess in general, do they ever heal from it, or is it a lifelong, a lifelong thing that they have to deal with?
Our center has help, hope, and healing. So healing is possible. Healing is out there, and that looks different for every single. What does healing mean to them? That's going to look different for every single person.
When it comes to the just who gets affected by it too, it's not just the individual who has experienced sexual abuse or sexual assault. It's also the people that supports them. So that's why at the center, it's not just the individual that we support, it's also the people supporting them.
Okay, so I guess I had one other question with regard to consent. Obviously, the coasters discussed that as well, but at what age do you think it's appropriate for the idea, the concept of consent to be taught to children?
I love this question so much. I love answering this because it's as young as you can. It's not just always going to be about dating and sex right away when it comes to consent. It actually starts from body autonomy as young as 18 months old. That's how we teach on our workshops for parents here, is that you can teach them all about body autonomy and what is okay and not okay for them, and for them to develop that into friendships and develop that into the schools and see how they interact with other people, and always checking in on other people too, on their friends or on their siblings. So consent, we actually could practice it every single day. We just don't have it in a piece of paper where you have to sign it and everything. So we always try and encourage, you know what, let's be mindful about ourselves and what is okay, not okay, but at the same time, think about other people too. Think about your parents or your siblings or your friends. Are they okay as well with what you did? Did you ask for permission to play with them in the playground or share a snack, all the way into dating and relationships, that you can say, did you have consent when you went out on that date or when you wanted to do something with your friends too? So it's never, I always say it's never too late, and you can start it as early as possible.
We were going to talk about what facilities or what locations will you find those special coasters in?
We went to a variety of places, and folks can see our coasters at OJ's, Bennigan's Irish Pub, Neighbors Pub, the Proper Eats and Treats, the Canadian Brew House, Fourth Meridian, and at the Sticks until the end of May.
Thank you so much for shedding more light on the issue. And is there anything that you'd like to mention that I maybe did not ask?
We would like to highlight that along with the coasters, we do, Sobeys is also selling cupcakes for Sexual Violence Prevention Month. They have a poster set up with some different statistics and information on sexual violence and Sexual Violence Awareness Month. So folks can head to Sobeys and purchase some cupcakes and look at the poster and get some information there as well.
Okay, excellent. Well, again, thank you all for your time, and I appreciate you shedding more light on the situation for me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.